welcome to E-Town News, जहां आपको मिलेगा डेली डोज ऑफ बॉलीवुड न्यूज, फैशन ट्रेंड्स, टीवी एंड सोशल मीडिया से जुड़े हर अपडेट. A show which gives you the day's lowdown of all the best happenings in the world of glamour. तो इंतजार किस बात का? Let's take a look at today's headlines.
मिस यूनिवर्स 2021 हरनाज कौर संधू ने की मेंस्ट्रुअल इक्विटी पर बात. किस तरह की ड्रेसेस पर बी टाउन एक्ट्रेसेस को किया गया ट्रोल. किस बी टाउन सेलेब ने क्रिएट किया बज़ ऑन सोशल मीडिया. मलाइका अरोरा, आलिया भट्ट से लेकर अनन्या पांडे अपनी शेयर ड्रेसेस को लेकर हुई ट्रोल. क्या इन एक्ट्रेसेस का ये सेक्सी और हॉट अंदाज नेटिजन्स को नहीं आ रहा पसंद? अपनी फैशन चॉइसेस को लेकर हो रही ट्रोलिंग पर क्या है इन एक्ट्रेसेस का जवाब? बॉलीवुड एक्ट्रेसेस अक्सर अपने गॉर्जियस अंदाज से फैंस के दिलों को जीतने में हो जाती हैं कामयाब, लेकिन पिछले कुछ दिनों में बॉलीवुड की टॉप एक्ट्रेसेस अपनी एक खास तरह की ड्रेस को लेकर हो गई हैं ट्रोल. अनन्या पांडे. एक्ट्रेस अनन्या पांडे बॉलीवुड की यंग एक्ट्रेसेस में से एक है. सबसे ज्यादा स्टाइलिश और अक्सर अपने फैशन सेंस की वजह से अनन्या पांडे फैशन पुलिस को इम्प्रेस करने में कामयाब हो जाती हैं. और रिसेंटली अनन्या पांडे ने चूज किया इस शेयर ड्रेस को विद अ प्लंजिंग नेकलाइन. एंड वी हैव टू से अनन्या पांडे वाज लुकिंग स्टनिंग. लेकिन नेटिजन्स को अनन्या पांडे का ये अंदाज पसंद नहीं आया और उन्होंने अनन्या पांडे की ड्रेस को मच्छरदानी यानी मस्कीटो नेट से कंपेयर कर दिया. एक यूजर ने लिखा, जब आप ड्रेस में मच्छरदानी लगा ले. एक दूसरे यूजर ने लिखा, पैंट तो पहन लेती मैडम. एक और यूजर ने लिखा, सॉरी टू से बट अनन्याज आउटफिट सीम्स लाइक अ फैशन डिजास्टर. आलिया भट्ट. वैसे अनन्या पांडे ही नहीं, आलिया भट्ट को भी एक इवेंट पर अपने हाई स्लिट शेयर गाउन की वजह से ट्रोल होना पड़ा. लेकिन ये बात अलग है कि आलिया भट्ट को अनन्या पांडे की तरह ढेर सारे मीन कमेंट्स का सामना नहीं करना पड़ा. मलाइका अरोरा. लेकिन आलिया भट्ट की तरह मलाइका अरोरा पर नेटिजन्स नहीं हुए मेहरबान. दरअसल रिसेंटली मलाइका अरोरा को स्पॉट किया गया विद हर गर्ल गैंग एट फरहान, अख्तर एंड शबानी दांडेकर्स वेडिंग पार्टी. इस पार्टी में मलाइका अरोरा दिख रही थी सुपर हॉट इन अ हाई स्लिट शेयर गाउन. लेकिन मलाइका अरोरा के इस बोल्ड अंदाज को यूजर्स ने नहीं किया पसंद. मलाइका अरोरा को सोशल मीडिया पर बुरी तरह से एज शेम करने की कोशिश की गई. लेकिन मलाइका अरोरा ने इन ट्रोल्स को जवाब देते हुए कहा, All I could hear was it looked fabulous. I feel people are very hypocritical. They are hypocrites if you ask me. The same thing you would see on a Rihanna, you would see on a J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez or a Beyonce and you'd be like, wow. And I love them. I think they are women who inspire me every single day of mine. The same thing you do over here, immediately they are like, what is she doing? She's a mother. She's this, she's that. Why be hypocrites? I mean, if you can appreciate the same on somebody else, why can't you appreciate it? Make it a universal outlook, you know? I mean, why have these double standards? इन एक्ट्रेसेस के अलावा हाल फिलहाल इन शेयर ड्रेसेस में नजर आई कियारा आडवाणी, दीपिका पादुकोण और प्रियंका चोपड़ा भी. And we have to say, these Bollywood divas totally stunned everyone with their looks. ये बात अलग है कि इन्हें ट्रोलिंग का सामना करना पड़ा, लेकिन अब ये एक्ट्रेसेस मौका मिलने पर ट्रोल्स को जवाब देने का मौका नहीं छोड़ती. मिस यूनिवर्स 2021 हरनाज कौर संधू को मिला एक और लार्जर देन लाइफ ग्रैंड वेलकम. विनीत जैन, द मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ऑफ बेनेट कोलमैन एंड को लिमिटेड ने हरनाज कौर संधू के लिए थ्रो की एक वेलकम पार्टी. हरनाज कौर संधू इस ग्रैंड वेलकम को लेकर दिखी सुपर एक्साइटेड. मिस यूनिवर्स 2021 हरनाज कौर संधू के इंडिया लौटते ही शुरू हुआ सेलिब्रेशन अभी भी जारी है. हरनाज कौर संधू ने जिस तरह इंडिया को वर्ल्ड स्टेज पर प्राउड फील करवाया, उसे हर कोई सेलिब्रेट कर रहा है. और रिसेंटली विनीत जैन, द मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ऑफ बेनेट कोलमैन एंड कंपनी लिमिटेड ने हरनाज कौर संधू के लिए थ्रो की एक वेलकम पार्टी, जहां हरनाज कौर संधू को कंग्रेचुलेट करने फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के भी ढेर सारे लोग पहुंचे. संधू अपनी इंडिया विजिट के दौरान ढेर सारे कॉजेस को सपोर्ट कर रही हैं और उनमें से एक इम्पोर्टेंट कॉज है मेंस्ट्रुअल हाइजीन का। और हरनाज कौर संधू को स्पॉट किया गया एक मेंस्ट्रुअल इक्वालिटी इवेंट पर, जहां उन्होंने इस पूरे मुद्दे पर की बात और बताया ये कैसे है एक ग्लोबल इशू।
I remember my days when I had my first period and I was so uncomfortable to talk about my own menstruation, and that made me realize that I still have the access of pads, I still have the access to talk to a gynecologist, but still I'm uncomfortable. Imagine the girls who don't have access, who are not supported, who are made uncomfortable and taught that it's a taboo to talk about menstrual equity everywhere around the world. I want to break that stigma, and I think we together can do it, because that is leading to period poverty. Period poverty is about when women don't have access to pads, and especially the young girls, they don't know the real education for menstrual equity or menstruation, and they don't have access to it, which leads them to drop out from schools. And due to that, they are unaccomplished towards achieving their goals, and we don't want any girl to go through something which should be a distraction between achieving their goals.
इस इवेंट पर हरनाज कौर संधू ने बताया वो कैसे पैडमैन फेम अरुणाचलम मुरुगनंथन की बड़ी फैन है और खुद अरुणाचलम मुरुगनंथन थे इस इवेंट का हिस्सा।
It's a great honor again to be a part of this organization. Thank you so much, Mr. Arunachalam, for being a part of this. You have been an inspiration to me and many young women and individuals all around the world. You have broken a lot of stereotypes, and now it's our time to do it together and break more stigmas.
इसके अलावा हरनाज कौर संधू ने इस इशू के डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट पर की बात।
It's a problem for all women of all color. They have to go through this a lot of times, and there are a lot of paths in the world, even in India, where women have to choose between food and feminine hygiene products. That's totally wrong, because they both are as equally as important if compared to each other. It should not be a choice. It is essential. It's a part of our body, and we definitely need men to support us. And it's a mission to provide 500 million girls by 2025, and to raise awareness, spread education, and to talk about menstrual equity, so that 500 million girls should not go through that. And more than that, that's just a number, that's just a vision, and I think we will together would be able to make it happen.
इस बड़े इवेंट पर डिस्टिंग्विश्ड गेस्ट्स शामिल हुए, जिसमें थे शाली मुखर्जी, फाउंडर एंड हेड DDB for Good, Mike Hoffman, chair and co-founder Changing Our World, Paula M. Shugart, President, Miss Universe Organization, CP Arun, Senior Program Manager, Plan India, और अरुणाचलम मुरुगनंथनम, Padman, Social Entrepreneur and Foundation, Jayashree Industries. All in all, ये इवेंट रहा काफी ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेटिव और इंस्पायरिंग। एक्ट्रेस शिल्पा शेट्टी बन गई हैं रियल क्वीन, और रिसेंटली शिल्पा शेट्टी ने अपना एक स्पेशल 1 का 3 डांस चैलेंज सोशल मीडिया पर शेयर किया, और फैंस शिल्पा शेट्टी से कह रहे हैं आपका क्या कहना। दीपिका पादुकोण ने सोशल मीडिया पर अपने फैंस से पूछा है एक सवाल। दीपिका पादुकोण ने इस वीडियो को शेयर करते हुए फैंस से कहा कि वो अपने सिपर का क्या नाम रखें, व्हाट शुड आई नेम माय सिपर, जिस पर दीपिका पादुकोण को फैंस से मिले हैं ढेर सारे सजेशंस। रणवीर सिंह का हॉलिडे और फन मोड है इन कंटिन्यूएशन। रणवीर सिंह ने सोशल मीडिया पर अपनी यॉट सेल की कुछ पिक्चर्स और वीडियोस को शेयर किया, जिसमें रणवीर सिंह का स्वैग साफ नजर आ रहा है।
नहीं बाकी है मैम, बाकी है। आपको कैसी लगी मैम? आपको कैसी लगी है मैम?
एक्ट्रेस कंगना रनौत और पैप्स का ये फनी इंटरैक्शन सोशल मीडिया पर वायरल हो रहा है। दरअसल कंगना रनौत से पैप्स ने द कश्मीर फाइल्स को लेकर सवाल किया कि उन्हें ये फिल्म कैसी लगी, जिस पर देखिए कंगना रनौत का ये इंटरेस्टिंग रिएक्शन।
बहुत अच्छी लगी और सब जाके देखिए, बस फिल्में देखते हैं, अच्छी फिल्म भी देख लो, फर्क है।
एक्ट्रेस मलाइका अरोरा अपने यूएस विजिट को पूरी तरह से एंजॉय कर रही हैं और उन्होंने अपनी स्टोरीज शेयर की हैं कैसे अपने हॉलिडे पर वो पिज्जा कर रही हैं एंजॉय। Here are the glimpses of Malaika Arora's NYC holiday. सिंगर Actor Sophie Chaudhary never misses a chance to impress her fans. Kabhi fitness या फिर किसी song का cover version. She always nails it. Last song cover Sophie Chaudhary ने किया था ऊ अंटवा पर, जिससे fans हुए super impressed. और इस बार Sophie Chaudhary aced गहराइयां song डूबे by singing this song. इस वीडियो को शेयर करते हुए Sophie Chaudhary ने लिखा, "This song is such a vibe. #डूबे. #just for fun."
ऊपर नीचे।
थैंक यू सर।
बाय बाय।
बाय 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 बाय
बाय बाय।
इधर रेडी है अभी।
चल बाय। बाय बाय सर।
कॉफी पीना है?
नहीं हाँ ये।
नहीं नहीं क्यों?
थैंक यू।
पी लो, अच्छा ही है यार। अरे कब
Celebs और paps का इंटरेक्शन हमेशा होता है really interesting और recently वरुण धवन का एक sweet gesture नजर आया जब paps को वरुण धवन ने अपनी कॉफी कर दी ऑफर।
नहीं हाँ ये।
नहीं नहीं क्यों?
थैंक यू।
वहीं वरुण धवन और समांथा रूथ प्रभु बहुत जल्द राज और डीके की फिल्म सिटाडेल की शूटिंग को शुरू करने जा रहे हैं। इस डेवलपमेंट से जुड़े एक सोर्स का कहना है, if there are no further challenges because of the pandemic, then Citadel's shoot will begin from July this year. It will kickstart in Mumbai and then will be shot at a few foreign locations. The makers intend to shoot in some parts of Europe. However, they will finalize the exact locations after the recce, which is expected to begin soon. Meanwhile, casting for other supporting parts is going on. अभिषेक बच्चन, निम्रत कौर और यामी गौतम स्टारर फिल्म दसवीं का ट्रेलर हो गया है रिलीज और फिल्म के ट्रेलर में अभिषेक बच्चन के हरियाणवी कैरेक्टर को काफी पसंद किया जा रहा है। साथ ही निम्रत कौर के कॉमिक टाइमिंग और यामी गौतम के नो नॉनसेंस पुलिस अवतार को भी लोग पसंद कर रहे हैं। Coming up on the show, शर्माजी नमकीन की एक्ट्रेस जूही चावला और प्रोड्यूसर फरहान अख्तर ने किया जूम से एक्सक्लूसिवली इंटरैक्ट।
Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Speak Easy. My guests today bring a very special film. Let's welcome the team of Sharmaji Namkeen. Welcome everyone.
Hi, thank you.
I think this is such a special film and it goes without saying that all of us are going to be very, very emotional seeing Rishi ji on screen again. I'll start with you, Farhan. Tell me, at some point, did you think it was going to be slightly tricky for all of you all to put this together in the right way so that it gets the love that it truly deserves?
To be perfectly honest with you, I didn't have at any point did I not feel that we shouldn't go ahead and do the film. I was absolutely convinced once we had gotten over the shock and the immediate grieving that happened, of Rishi uncle passing away. The first thing was, okay, now we need to get back to this film and make sure that we can get it out there. Of course, we were excited about the film to start with. Hitesh, as the director, of course, had his own excitement. Everybody who was attached and joined with the film were excited. But there is something, that stayed with me, which I remember was Rishi uncle talking to me about his excitement of the movie. And how it was a really special film for him. And how he was so happy that at this age he had got a film like this to do and a role like this to do. I remember him saying all these things to me. And it was just, I was like, this film has to be released, in some kind of way. So at no point were my shoulders ever kind of like, down saying that, oh God, what are we going to do? And that's how I approached it, and that's how I think then everyone just kind of like, we decided we're going to just get it done. There were many thoughts that came into our mind of, can VFX do it, we spoke to Ranbir, can he do it in prosthetics? That would make it kind of special to do. So we had all these conversations, but what seemed to be the best way to move forward was to get an actor who could then take Sharmaji and then make it his own, and that's why you feel that the story feels seamless, is because the spirit of the character lives through both. So at no point do you feel, within the first two scenes of going back and forth, your mind is adjusted because you believe them. Hats off to Paresh, who came in and is not trying to say that, oh, I'm going to fill the shoes of an actor who was here before me. I think Hitesh had a huge role to play in that. To say that you should make this character your own. What has happened in those scenes will happen, and that will play itself out, but you got to do what you got to do. And so it feels absolutely seamless, and I'm really proud of this film. I'm really grateful for everyone who made the time to come back together after what seemed like a very, very tough time. You know, it was a very tough time to come back and everyone who's sitting here, you know, like to come back and see the film through. And here we are today, you know, and I'm very, very happy with the film.
Juhi, I am always so happy to see you on screen.
वाह क्या बात है.
But it is true. It's you have a certain energy about you that someone sees you on screen. You know, you just make everyone so happy. Even with his what do you say, endearing way of scolding you, as you put it.
Yeah.
So tell me about that a little bit. You know, it must be for you. I'm sure this is another different ball game because you have so much memories out there.
I do. Over the years, many moments. I remember different things happening. In the beginning, being very, very nervous in front of him because he was, you know, a huge star and an actor who just never faltered in his dialogues or anything. And there you were like a newcomer and saying, "Oh God, let this moment, you know, when you have to speak your lines, ki bhai, mere dialogue theek ho jaye. I hope I don't make a mistake in front of him. What will he think of me?" To then getting on with films and, you know, being more comfortable in the line myself. And then getting to know him on the sets and how he never changed. He always scolded everybody. And yet he was so warm and he was so funny and he was so witty. And he would observe people and he would say, "See, look what they're doing now. See?" And it used to be hilarious just to be around him. And anybody new who got to work with him, like this time it was, say, Hitesh for the first time directing Chintu ji. So now I've seen Chintu ji scolds everybody. Yeah. So, you know, this would even happen on the sets here with Hitesh. And I would be squealing with laughter because I knew this was just fun. But he would sometimes get a little, serious, kuch serious, but I was like, Hitesh, this is the way Chintu ji is. Anyway. I just loved working with Chintu ji because he was one of those actors. He was not self-obsessed at all. He was the character and then he was there. He never looked into he barely looked into the mirror. He never looked at the monitor. And in this film especially, I used to watch him acting and he was so good. He was so good. I started looking and thinking, how is this not happening with me? How does he just do it? And after my take, I would run to the monitor just to see if it hua ki nahi. And he'd say, "Hitesh, why do you let her see the monitor? The monitor is for the director. Hitesh, ye kya ho raha hai? And you insecure actor, why are you behaving like this?" He said that. He was, I just loved working with him. Yeah.
So is it true you were a little intimidated by the scolding?
Definitely I was in the beginning. There's just no
like
doubt about that. But luckily for me, it didn't last very long.
It didn't last very long.
It didn't last very long. It happened for some time, actually precisely 4 shooting days. And because ye nahi karunga, aise hoga, waise nahi. You know, he has an opinion about everything. And aise nahi, to wo sab chal raha tha. So one day actually both of us had a little tiff.
Oh, you did?
Because I wanted him to do something and he flat out refused. And I didn't understand because there was no debate, there was no argument कि नहीं ये मैं नहीं करूँगा, आगे बोलो. So like इसका क्या मतलब है? मतलब ये तो करना है ना, ये script में है, you know the script. He's like नहीं, it won't look nice. मैंने कहा no, it will. So I thought कि अभी आप इस an actor, fine, I can convince an actor. नहीं convince होगे तो मैं बात करूँगा, but an actor saying कि नहीं करूँगा, बात भी नहीं करूँगा. So मैंने 2-3 बार बोला तो, and that's an important big thing. So I got a little this thing, you know, I don't know, maybe that was just like a bad day or something. मैंने okay fine, don't do it. Then it's your wish. If you want to do it your way. Then he said scene पढ़ लेते हैं. मैंने कहा नहीं scene भी आप ही पढ़ लो, आप देख लो. I will see you on the set. So I got a little this thing and I went from the vanity. So अभी मैं चला गया तो पीछे से makeup man, the guy, he called me कि sir बुला रहे आपको वापस. And then it hit me. बड़ा पंगा ले लिया. I've done a mistake. Now he's gonna call Ritesh कि director बदल दो. I don't want to work with him. इसको हटाओ. So now, then I was actually very petrified. I went inside and then he started screaming at me. Okay, I will do it. Whatever you want, I will do it. I will do it for you. I will do it. This, that, you know, this. I don't like this generation. This, that. And I couldn't stop laughing. मैंने what is wrong with you? What is this behavior? मैंने कहा जब मैं इतने प्यार से आपको बोल रहा था तो आप मेरे पर मना कर रहे थे. अब जब मैं चला गया मैं कह रहा हूँ नहीं करो. He's like, no, you're emotionally blackmailing me. So मैंने I did not say anything. He's like, no, you are. And within that, I don't remember how the conversation went to lunch. कि मैंने कहा अच्छा वो सब ठीक है, lunch में क्या खाओगे? And I still remember he's like, हाँ अच्छा मटन बिरयानी खाते हैं, ठीक है. जाके that was the day.